Welcome to another bright day in Empyrion Galactic Survival, and if you can just see it, just show you, we just had another attack from the local drones, and my original plans for this part was to get out and explore, but that's all changed because a few days ago the Alpha 8.6 update came out. So what I want to do in this video is talk a little bit about it. It's not a massive change, but it's quite an interesting change because it does show a little bit of the way forward and the way the devs are thinking. So the biggest change of all is something I can't actually show you, and it says that they've now created a new swamp planet template. It's not yet been added as a starter planet, but I've got a feeling that it will come in the future. And this planet's got 20 new points of interest on it. So it goes to show that the devs are working to expand the role of different planets and to give more interest to the game. And the next thing I want to talk about is that they've already introduced retractable guns for the CV. They've now extended that to cover the capital vessel and hover vehicles, and they've also introduced retractable sentry guns for aliens and humans. So that's going to be quite interesting for new POIs, because I can imagine seeing sentry guns suddenly leaping out at you. And they've also created war versions of sentry guns, and this is what I want to talk about straight away. And I think I've unlocked the necessary tech. Just make sure, yeah, we've got sentry guns here and projectile turrets, so we should be able to go to the advanced constructor, and now I need to put the cobalt in so that we can actually build them. And what I was going to do is I don't want one for the CV, I want one for the base. I'm just going to build one for the moment, and we're going to build a couple of sentry guns as well just to install that. And while that's actually building, I'm just going to give you guys the tour. And well, what I can do actually is that off camera I went out and actually got some plants which I need. I need some mushrooms. I also needed some spice plants so that I can start making my own canned food. And I've also picked up some sprout plants. I don't think I've got enough for there, but what I want to do is I'm just going to put the spice plants across the front here like that. I think we can have a mushroom. Whoops, for some reason that wanted to tilt over, and I think we'll put a couple of these in as well, and eventually they grow up and I'll expand this. And if I come through here, you will see I've actually put this automatic door in here to make the lower room airtight. I've also put these doors in so that I can eventually put farms in, but I've got a feeling that they're in the wrong place. I may have to move them over, because the idea is that eventually we'll have more growing areas going off each side here. And I think by now the actual guns should be built. So I'm just going to go down here, and I'm just going to come across here. Should be in the large constructor. Yep. And I think we can just put the plants back in. Now up in here you'll see that I'm getting a pretty regular supply of ammunition and quite good quality tech, courtesy of the local drones as they show up. I'm just going to come out here. I've actually prepared an area here for, where's the turrets? I've lost the, try to pick those turrets up. Oh, I didn't. Okay, bit of delusion there, guys, sorry about that. And what we're going to do is come here, and you can see here we've now got cannons and miniguns. We're going to put a cannon in here. It should fit into this. Nope, it's not, it's too big. Okay, we're going to have to take out, oh, of course, yeah, I was thinking one slot, it's actually 3 slots, so not a problem. So I'm just going to knock out in this area here. And again, just to make sure. I won't that actually fit in. Okay. Back. Up. I think that will come. Why won't that fit in there? It should fit in there. Yeah, and what we need to do is just put that on the corner here. Eventually I will build this out there, so we've now got another retractable cannon here to welcome the drones as they come in. Okay, so we'll just come in here, and of course we've got a new cannon here. We're going to add that to where is it? Oh, where is it? Haven't I grouped the cannons up? Oh, that's a bit of a fail. Okay. Okay, we're just going to create this. I'm just going to add that, and I thought I'd actually done this, but obviously I hadn't. But we can soon fix this, because obviously I want these to have the same characteristics. So we can come up here, and of course we can now click here. We don't want prey, that's okay, so we'll just apply that to group. And we've now got this area here, and what I will probably do off camera, guys, is I'll put a surround round to cover this. So we've now got the guns here. Now what I'm thinking is it's probably a bit over the top, but what I'm thinking is maybe to put the sentry guns actually in here on this corner here, because I've got this base here. What we can do is just need to look slightly from the side. Yep. So I think if I take out that, and no, I think it's that one. Nope. I'm messing this up actually. That's it. It's probably gone back a bit too far. We've got some concrete blocks here, and just going to. No, we probably actually, that is probably right. And what we can do now is, oops, it's not that one, it's this one. This is the wall mounted sentry guns. We should be able to. And that will give us a couple of wall mounted sentry guns. We should be able to do the same on this side. We come in one here. Get in close. Take that out. So we've now got a couple of wall. Oops, that's at the wrong level. Actually, I don't know. That actually looks better than this. That actually, doesn't it? So if I, sorry boys, but I think we can do this. So we're just gonna come here, ground drill. I'm just gonna take this down, get in a bit. And we're just gonna just take this out here, and I think we can just take this out. And hopefully right, I probably need to take this back up a little bit further, like that. Actually, if we put that above, that will give this an anchor for it. And we're just going to need to rotate this. I think that would be it, wouldn't it? Yep, I think that will fit in quite nicely. And what we can do then is drop that in there. And of course we're going to need to fill in the missing gaps now. And just fill this in like that. And I think this is this one, isn't it? That needs to come in there. And that needs to come into there like that. That's it. I'm just going to get the texture tool. And we're just going to texture that in there. So that gives me 2 wall-mounted sentry guns, which will fire projectile ammunition. We've got another turret down here. I don't think this will actually take the texture, will it? Well, I suppose we can put that in like that. So it looks like it's an integrated structure from there. I think that just about covers the update. I mean, there's lots of game balancing changes, bug fixes. What I will do is put a full list in the video description for any of you guys who want to check out all the details of it. And obviously we're going to have to sort that area out there. This is a slightly different color, but that's going to be okay. And for any of you guys who are interested in 8.6, that's going to be the end of the video. But for any of you guys who are following the series, what I want to do is give you a little bit of an update of what I've been doing. Just get out here. And what I'm actually going to do is it's going to be a little bit of a hike. We're going to top up the oxygen on the way through. And what I'm going to do is just go up here. It's one of my very tall lift shafts. And if any of you guys following the series, you'll be aware that I started cutting this tunnel back here. And it went back a lot further than I thought, because what I actually did in the end is I positioned the camper van roughly where I wanted it. And then I kept drilling back until such point as I could stand here and look up and see the camper van. You can see it's now, my camper van is over there now. But originally it was on the top of this very, very long lift shaft. And I mean, it's a bit of a slow process getting up here, but obviously I can come back a quick way. And if I come up to the top here, I've now got this area here. Now, to be honest, guys, I'm not completely happy with this, but just to wind this part up, I'm going to finish off what I was doing up here. If I come out here, guys, and show you, I've started building this concrete platform. I've got a few concrete blocks left over. And to be honest, I'm actually running out of stone. So what I'm actually going to do is switch to the one thing I've got lots of, if I remember correctly. Where's my cargo building supplies? I mean, I've got 999 hardened steel blocks plus 42. And what I want to do up here is build a platform that I can use to put my capital vessel on. And what I'm thinking is that I'm going to come up 2 levels on here. So if I go across like this, and effectively what I'm going to do is encase the concrete in steel blocks, these hardened steel blocks. I mean, by the time my defences are finished, I don't think those drones are ever going to be a problem. And what we're going to do is just come through. Oops, daisy. I've got stuck in a crevasse. Okay. It's the way it goes sometimes. I don't think I actually need to worry too much about covering that block over. And I think what we should be able to do, if I come up here, get enough height, and if we hold that down. No, it's gone the wrong way. If I, no, so I don't actually, that's it. It could be a little bit fiddly doing this, but that should give me the height to fill that area in like this. And what we can do is just come in like, and obviously this needs to be filled in. Come on. Oops, that's not a problem because I want to come back this way a little bit as well. And I want to put a back wall in to cover these blocks up here. Come on, I want to go this way. And what we're just going to do is fill in that area there. And just going to just come up here so that we've got a bit of height. And again, we're just going to come up here, press Control. Well, we can go over a little bit, and we're going to put do that again. It's going to probably be a pretty impressive structure by the time it's actually finished. But then it's going to have to take capital vessels. Okay. I want you to cover that up. Oh, no, you've got vertical height. I don't know, sometimes it actually decides that it wants to do vertical height as opposed to horizontal height, like that. Okay, we're just going to do it. We'll just do it the hard way. I think sometimes if you come out like that and then press, nope, that's, just come out here like that. I mean, we'll probably use up all 900 blocks and still need more by the time I've actually finished. I'm just going to come out here. I mean, eventually I'm going to get a bit more looser with the subframe, but I just want to literally cover up these concrete blocks for the moment. And I think we're just going to put in like that, across like that. And well, I don't think I need to worry about too much about that, so I can come back in like this here. And if we come out in lines of 3 like that into there, so that's third. If we come put a supporting pillar in there like that, because we need to make sure that we actually protect the structural integrity of the build. In fact, I think if we probably come down like that there, that should support that area there. Oops. And I think what we can do is just seal off this area here so it looks fairly neat and tidy. And you can just go across like that. You can just wake those in like that. And so we better get rid of the block on the top. It's not in the right place. And eventually there's going to be guns up here as well. So we're going to have some turrets up here. And of course it's got to accommodate the camper van. In fact, what I would like it eventually to get is it will probably go all the way back to there and this whole area, and it will come forward. And so that because what I would like to do eventually is actually have a system where, maybe we'll just do it this way. I can have the camper van up here and also have a construction site for building another capital vessel. So I'm just going to fill this in like that. And whoops, getting too far ahead. If I come out in, I think maybe lines of 4 with a gap underneath, should be okay. That shouldn't break the structural integrity. And you can come down like that. I'm just going to fill this area in. create this mega structure here. Right guys, what I'm going to do is I'll keep building this off camera, because obviously this isn't the most exciting things to watch. And I think what we will do is just to cover this in like that. So we're just going to fill this in like this. And what we'll do, guys, I'll see you in a minute once this is actually being built up. Okay guys, I'm just adding some final touches to this area here, and I think it's time to actually see if my capital vessel will actually fit on this platform. I mean, it's pretty big, so I think we should be able to fit on here. Of course, we're gonna have to walk up and have a look. If I come back here, I'll just give you a quick overview of what I've built. I mean, it's a pretty big platform, so I'm pretty confident that I should be able to get the capital vessel on here. And what I will do across the front here is I will build some fire support platforms, and also around the back. So the idea is that eventually we will have additional fire support up here as well. Not that we're getting that much trouble from the drones. I mean, they've gone very quiet. It's quite strange actually that when I'm actually recording, you don't seem to get as many attacks. When I'm just here on my own, not doing anything in particular, I seem to get quite regular attacks. So I'm just going to come up here and board the ship. And I think we can, oops, got a bit of lens flare here. I think we will retract the stern bridge so I can actually see what I'm doing. And of course, we're just going to top up with the food. I think we've actually got food on here as well. If I can find the my food vault. Yeah, we got some steaks here. And I have to really spend a little bit of time sorting my various food out to see how much I've got. Go up, through, down a bit. And I'm just going to jump into the cockpit. And I'm going to power on the thrusters. Go into third person. I mean, of course, it's got dark, which isn't going to help matters very much. And because I've been using the small vessel for quite a lot, the camera projection has actually changed. Let's just level the ship off. We should be able to get a drop into here. Up a bit, maybe want to come back a little bit, over a bit. Did you actually see the undercarriage retract a little bit there? I don't know if I can actually see it if we take off. See, do you see the undercarriage retract there? And as I come down to see it there, extend. That's cool. I mean, at the moment, undercarriage retraction is an automatic process. It's not something that you can do manually. And of course, that was introduced as part of Alpha 8.5. And while we're here, I don't get to harvest this that often, so we might as well grab it. Oops. While we're looking at it, just keep adding to our supply of food. In fact, I'll probably put this in the... No, I think I'll just keep it, and then we'll put it into the fridge. Come through here. Of course, we always want the corn because that gives us a nice supply of plastic. So we're just going to pick off this here, like this. And of course now, because I've actually got a proper base for this ship, it's going to be nice and level, which is going to really, really great. And of course we'll extend the... Oh, that wasn't a bad guess, was it? I'm just going to have a quick look round. So quick, see how the ship settles in here. Yeah, it's still a little bit on the small side. I mean, it's always one of the problems with when you build these big base platforms for capital vessels. And of course, eventually we're going to get a repair bay in here for it. So it probably could do with. Let's just do it while I'm thinking about it, guys. We can. We'll just put a few more blocks at the back here. Fill that in there. And that in there. I mean, we can always go out and raid some more crash ships to get some more blocks. I mean, I want to get out and be a bit more aggressive over time anyway, so using these up isn't a problem. I mean, I don't particularly want to manufacture them. I think I'll just sooner go out and raid a few bases and actually do it. I think what we could probably do is just just put a support tower in here. That'd teach me, wouldn't it? Just going to pick up this here and just that down. Okay, you want two, we'll put two in. That means I won't risk falling off the edge when I actually see it, and eventually we will extend out a little bit further this way over time, but I think this is where I'm going to leave it, guys, for the moment. And of course the quick way to get down off of here is to actually literally jump off the front. So we're just going to and we can just skate down the slope rather than going down all that long left. Well, we've got a bare patch there. Okay. And why? Oops. And just to fill this in, otherwise it's just going to drive me nuts. So I think it's white actually. Yep, that fills that in. I think this is where I'm going to leave it, guys. I don't want this video to be too long because it really was meant to be about Alpha 8.6. In the next part, obviously it will be time to start getting out and actually exploring the planet again, just to show you. I've got this whole dead zone here that wants to be dealt with and opened up. And the other thing also is I want to try out a new configuration I've got on my ship, just to show you here. Is I've actually changed my small vessel. I've now got a plasma cannon on the front, 2 extra missiles. The reason for that is that if I come in and show you, if we actually look at the ammunition, I've got 329 130mm missiles, and we've got 47 SV charges and load, and that is all courtesy. In fact, there's another delivery just on the way. If we can actually see them, in fact we can actually do that. I'm just going to get into here and we'll just power up while I actually wind this video up. Yeah, all that ammunition comes courtesy of the local drones as and when they come in and get killed. And where is it? Was it over here? I actually lost I think I might have lost this press F6 a couple of times. There it is there. Oh, there he is. So if we come in here, yeah, as I say, all this lovely ammunition gets delivered courtesies of this guys. So this is one of the positives of actually having a base. We come down here and we can come in here and grab it. There we are. We've got another 21 missiles. We've got an oscillator. We've also got lots of fusion cells coming in. So it's certainly well worth actually building the defences and encouraging the drones to come in and attack, because they do provide a very good source of resources. But I think this is where I'm going to leave it, guys. I hope you've enjoyed the video. I hope you found it interesting. So the next part, we will be getting out and about a little bit and to actually explore the planet and take on some POIs just for the fun of it. And of course the base will be a continuing ongoing project. As I say, I do want to carry on extending this, and of course another long-term project will be actually building a capital vessel from scratch on a nice big platform up there. And I say I do want to look at the repair bay options, but that's all going to be, oops, no, let's move forward a little bit, but that's all going to be for the future, guys. So this is where I'm going to leave it. Hope you enjoyed the video. Hope you found it interesting, and until next time, whatever you do, enjoy your gaming.